No, fuck you. Wow. Aggressive. Holy moly.
Huh.
Wow.
I woke up on both wrong sides of the bed.
Both wrong sides?
Yeah, I don't know. I need to move my bed to the other wall because I always wake up on the wrong side.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Friendgame podcast, episode 11 today. Today, I am your host, the one, the only, Alex. With me is the OG, Ian.
What's up?
What's up, dude? So today,
I put on my fancy pants today.
you
I
put
gotta
it.
look good for this interview.
All right. So you're going into this like Jeopardy right now. Is that so?
Yes.
Nah,
I
nah.
have a three-piece suit and some Star Wars socks on. I am as ready as I'll ever be.
The funniest part is that like no one actually. Yeah. Okay. Just wait until we start doing this like actually in person, and then we'll actually have to look like at least decent from the waist up.
What if I look decent from the waist down only?
We going like mer person now? Is that what's going on, dude? All right. So, as many of you know, I believe it was episode 8 where Ian interrogated me. Now it's only fair that I get to do the same thing to him.
Haha.
So, yeah, he has no idea what any of these
Yeah,
questions are.
like we did for when I was asking the questions. I just made some shit up, and then I'm like, all right, this is what we're doing, Alex. Be ready. Now we're the shoe is on the other foot. I have no idea what he's asking me, and judging by the fact that he's evil laughed in 2 different episodes now, maybe I need to be a little nervous, but we'll see how it goes.
Nah, they're pretty basic questions.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah,
I'm
you know,
not worried
there's some
about maybe
curveballs
making
in there.
it.
All
Mine were
right.
less curveball-y. Like, truth to be told, I just looked up like a bunch of
Oh
like gamer-related
God.
questions online and just kind of picked and chose the ones that I thought we would have interesting topics about.
Okay,
So
okay.
if you made up some wacky, stupid shit, like it'll be way funnier than my questions were probably.
They're
We'll
still
see how
pretty
it goes.
straightforward though.
All right, okay.
There's just there are a couple curveballs in there. Anywho, I guess we'll
We
just
can get
begin
started.
then, huh?
I think so.
All
How
right.
how how many do we got? Or
We got
is it kind of
25.
25? All right, we'll see
Yeah.
if we get to them all.
Nah, we got them all. Trust me. Easy peasy.
All right,
All right.
I'll try to
Number
be
one.
concise.
What is your favorite video game story?
Video game story specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting a little bit more specific with some of these questions.
Yeah.
Because I didn't
Yeah.
want to repeat anything that you had done.
No, yeah. That's fine if you do also, but video game story specifically. A lot of these are going to be like a bunch are going to come to mind, and then I'll just have to like pick one.
You have to pick one. Yep. That's exactly
Yeah.
how I felt.
So I think the first one that jumps to my mind is I really like the Zelda Skyward Sword story
Okay, okay.
because it's the second most recent game, like Breath of the Wild and then Skyward Sword, as far as like newest Zelda games.
Yep.
But it marks the very start of the Zelda timeline. Even though there's been however many games in the series, it's the start of the timeline.
Right.
So you find out the origin story of how the Master Sword first comes to be, and you find the origin story of the trifecta, the goddess, the hero, and the villain. You
Right.
kind of you get to see all the origin stories of all the if you've played Zelda games before, you know about all of these like like factors that go into a Zelda game. You get to figure out their origins in Skyward Sword, and I just think that's really cool.
Nice.
Because
So,
like yeah, the
oh yeah,
because
go ahead.
the Zelda in that game is the first Zelda basically, so she's like the most direct descendant of the goddess.
Mm,
Because there's kind of different interpretations of like who exactly Zelda is in all the games, but a lot of them are just like there's a descendant of the goddess, and that's why she's like so powerful and has these, like she can seal away Ganon and the Master Sword and stuff because she's like the descendant of the goddess Hylia.
Mm-hmm.
And so like you get to figure out like why exactly that is in Skyward Sword. And I think that's cool. So
All right, that's pretty cool. So, building off of the Zelda, then, which version of Zelda is your favorite?
Skyward Sword Zelda. 100%. Because I've said this I think I said this in episode 2. We were going through our like big game lists.
Mm-hmm.
I ship Link and Zelda like super hard. Like if they're ever like in a relationship in a game, like that automatically jumps to the top of my favorite Zelda game list. In Skyward Sword, their relationship is basically like if Link's the main protagonist, Zelda is the childhood friend.
Okay.
And like you just want them to get together so bad because they need to. I need them to.
Because they have to.
Because they have to, yeah. And so yeah, so like Zelda in the beginning of that story, they're just like they live in Skyloft, which is a village in the sky, which has a bunch of lore stuff that I won't get into. But they're just like, yeah, they're just childhood friends. So their relationship is just like super playful and funny, and like there's like a ceremony that takes place at the beginning of the game. So they're like alone at the top of the goddess statue because it's like a very ceremonious occasion because he like the Knight Academy bullshit. I'm not going to get into all the details, but they share like it's like a semi-intimate moment at the top of the tower, and it's so awesome. It's so awesome. So that one for sure.
All
That one
right.
for sure.
We'll save more of your Zelda nerding out for another episode. Going
Yeah,
on to...
the episode would literally just be me talking to myself for 90 minutes.
I mean, we can do that. Completely viable strategy.
Well, I'll write it down.
All right, number 3. What is your favorite party game?
Party game.
Yep. What's your favorite game to play at a party?
Are drinking games off the table? Are you talking about like a party video game, like a Mario Party or a Golf with Friends?
I would prefer an answer of Mario Party, Golf with Friends.
Yeah. Okay. I like. Truth be told, I'm like not the biggest fan of party games because I'm like toxically competitive sometimes. And party games are meant to just be like for fun and random stupid bullshit happens that's out of your control, which is fine, but that like I can only do that so much where I like start to get annoyed. That's why I'm like whenever our friends ask us to play golf with friends, I'm like I'll like come hang out, but I'm not gonna play. So I guess my answer then would be, I like Mario Kart.
That's a
Just like
solid answer.
yeah, I just like racing games are I like racing games, they're fine, but Mario Kart's like, not exactly Need for Speed.
Yeah, it's not a pure racer. It is more of an arcade-esque racer. For sure.
And I played a lot of I played a lot of Double Dash and a lot of Mario Kart Wii when it came out. So I'm like fairly decent at it. So I just like being able and I like if people know me, like they know that I like to go fast in things. Like I like speed runs, and when we like do Destiny raids, I like have Lion Rampants duct taped to my feet because I could just like be a Titan and go fast through the raid. So I like doing like, oh, I'm on this track, I know where all the turns are, so I can try to do like the optimal drifting and stuff. And when I do that, it just is fun. So that's just another layer on top of it being a party game. I like to do the cool strats to get through the courses and stuff.
Okay. All right. Number 4. What game do you think you've invested the most time into?
Oh boy. The correct answer is probably Destiny, I think. Probably. I actually don't know because, like, low key, I might have more hours in RuneScape now. Like, not even joking. Because like when we're playing Destiny, we're like playing it. We're playing it a lot, but then there's a lot of downtime, so it probably evens out to like not actually be my most played.
I mean, you can always...
Monster Hunter might be up there too, because we had a lot of hours on console before we switched to PC.
Yep, we do.
It like low key, it might actually be RuneScape.
Yeah,
I think
become a RuneScape nerd now. Hee. I can't actually make fun of you because I play that game too.
So. Yeah. Yes, I'm not actually 100% sure on what the correct answer is. I would say like strict hours wise, it's probably RuneScape. But like if you're talking about like a game that I've played through the most times, I think I have like 20 plus clears on Wind Waker.
Oh
Like I've played that game like 20
nice.
or more times.
Nice.
Like that probably adds up to less than RuneScape, but like sheer like running through the game number times, it's probably that. Yeah, I played it a bunch on GameCube because like that was like when I was like old enough to understand like that kind of game. I just played it over and over,
Mm-hmm.
and then HD came out, and then I played it over and over.
All right. Well, number 5 here is, who is your favorite League of Legends champion?
This is a multifaceted question because do you mean like favorite to play or like favorite like the one that I think looks the coolest?
What is your either or? I didn't put it in specific here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with my favorite to play. I think is Zed. Just because there's a lot of stuff you can do with him, and he's cool looking too. So.
And he has a good emote to spam.
Yes, but I'm like not like an assassin player at all. So I'm thinking like champions that I like actually play that are in my play style. Actually, Zac is really fun.
Yeah.
Just because he's big tanky boy, which is the type of character I like to play in like all games. Basically, I like to be the frontline melee guy. And he has a lot of cool things you can do with like his Q, where you can like Q a minion and then like flash to auto somebody.
Yeah.
And then you can just like CC them for like 5 seconds.
Right.
So I think Zac is one of my favorites to play like in the jungle in my main role. So.
All right. I kind of saw that one.
Yeah.
I figured that Zac would have been the one answer for sure. All right, number 6. Is that what we're on? I think that's what we're on.
I don't know.
What makes a good game to you?
To me, yeah. Because when I asked you a similar question, I was thinking about what my answer would be, and like super depends on the type of game.
Yep.
Because yeah, the example I gave is like what makes a good fighting game is different than what makes a good JRPG or whatever. Like they're gonna have different things. So what I like is trying to think of the best concise way to say. I like, it's similar to the types of movies that I like, is I don't mind like having to like work when I'm watching a movie. I have to like think about it a lot, and it's more than just like beginning, middle, and end. And bad guy loses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you like more.
I like
like
movies that I have to think about, and like, are there hidden meanings, or like what was the writer and the director thinking about when they were doing like the ordering and like everything mattered. I like to probably overthink movies a lot, so I like games that I can do that with too.
Okay.
So like, I don't know. An example is like, a good example is like Last of Us, the first one. There's obvious like good guys and bad guys, but also like the good guys, Ellie and Joel, are like morally ambiguous decisions because of the world that they're living in. So you have to kind of wrestle with like, I'm playing the good guys, but I'm like killing a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just like stuff like that. I haven't played a Mass Effect, but I feel like I would probably like it because there's like, you want to make decisions that are good for like your party because you want to keep the character alive, but you also want to make decisions for the good of like the ship or the fleet or like for the good of humanity. And that those things might not always match up, so you have to kind of think about it and like, what would the character do, what would I do, what's the right thing, in air quotes, you know? Games like that are like, becomes more, like I've said before, it becomes more than a video game then when it like forces you to think in that kind of way. And I enjoy that.
All right.
Sometimes it's fun to just like shoot RPGs, blow shit up too, but
Well,
Games that I have to work to enjoy, I like a lot.
well, I got a game for you, to play.
Or like Undertale, you can just run around and kill stuff and it's fun. But you could also like do all the routes and it's
Yeah,
like more than a game then.
yeah,
So
yeah, for sure. I got a game that you can play this for sure that fits under that.
what's that?
Anyways,
What's that?
it's in your Steam library.
Oh,
What
I
is a
get it.
game that your friends enjoy but you don't?
Every party game.
Is there anything else other than a party game?
Yeah, that. So yeah, party games for sure, just because of what I said before. But uh, games that my friends enjoy that I don't.
Because I have what I think would be the answer here, but
Um,
it'd be interesting
I
to
mean,
see what you
like
come up with.
recently, I'm just like, fuck League of Legends, man. I don't want to play anymore.
Oh, are you getting in that slump too? That's really
Like,
funny, actually.
I like try to play solo queue, and I'm like, I could just like do literally anything else, and I would be enjoying my time
Yep.
more. But
Yeah.
I want to play more because I want to be better for when we play as a team. But like, I would rather just play as a team 100% of the time I'm interacting with that game.
Yeah.
But that's like not exactly the right way to like improve because I should just play more. But it's just fucking awful, and I hate it.
It's hard. I feel
But
that.
then we have like our buddy Rob who plays fucking hundreds of solo queue games a season, and I just like can't.
Yep.
I just can't do it.
Yep. I feel that.
But I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
If there's anything else, you want to hear what I thought you were gonna say?
What's that?
Minecraft.
Oh, well, yeah. It's not that I don't enjoy it. You guys just enjoy it way more than I do.
It's just
'Cause,
like,
I can go on and like play and like like mine for shit, but I can only do it for so long.
yeah, I guess.
And
That's
I would rather do like I would rather do like I don't give a shit about creative because I don't care
Yeah.
about building stuff.
Yeah, I
And
agree
like
with you there.
those other guys do, and that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't like it that much. So,
Yeah, I agree
yeah,
with that.
that is also a good answer. That falls into that.
All right. Next question. What was your favorite video game console growing up?
Hmm.
What did you play the most? Huh?
I played a lot of Super Nintendo and GameCube. Those two. Played a lot of like Super Metroid, Super Star Wars, Super Mario World, the SNES. And I had the Mario Bros. All Stars, where it was Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3, and Lost Levels all in like in one cartridge.
Yeah.
So it's just like I played a shit ton of Mario and platformers and stuff like that. And then GameCube, I played a shit ton of Wind Waker. Obviously, I've said before, but Mario Sunshine, I played a lot of.
Oh, that's a good game too, though.
Just cause I used to go to my grandparents in Green Bay a lot just to like be there and like spend the night, and they would babysit and all that.
Yeah.
We got them a GameCube just so I could play while I was there, and then I just brought I didn't want to get like rebuy all of my games,
Mhm.
so that's just like kind of a waste. But I didn't
Yeah.
want to have to carry them all back and forth, so we just had 2 copies of Sunshine. So then I had Sunshine at home, and then the only game I had at Grandma's was Sunshine. So I just played a shit ton of it because that's like the only game I had when I was there, and I spent a lot of time there.
That's really funny, actually.
Played a lot of Sunshine.
Yeah.
I would have like I thought it was cool to have like I had 3 saves, like like your 3 save files, and I
Yeah.
had like all shines on all of them.
What
And I
was
would just like delete one so like
Oh, yeah.
a cousin could play on it because I didn't want him to play on my save.
Yeah.
Even though I had everything on it anyway. It's not like they could like go in and delete anything. But
Mm. Man, that's actually pretty crazy
Lot-
that you guys ended up
a lot of
buying
GameCube.
another GameCube just for that.
Yeah, and I just kept it there.
Yeah, that's really funny. Because whenever I had to
It
go,
was like, yeah,
whenever I had to go to like my grandparents' place, we just brought over like we packed it in a
Yeah.
bag, and I knew that I was staying there for a long period of time because I was allowed to pack it.
yeah. We did that, but then I would like obviously I would bring it home when I would leave grandma's, and then like my cousins would like sometimes be at grandma's when I wasn't there, and they
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to play GameCube, so like well, might as well just like get
Yeah.
one for grandma, so when when
Yeah,
I'm not there, cousins can still play and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah.
All right. Next question. What
Oh,
game?
and then for
Oh,
that, just to add on to the amount that I played Sunshine, I had one of those like Game Shark discs where you could put it in and like apply cheat codes to
yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
So like I do that and I put on like like low gravity and like super jump and like because then what you could do is you had like the rocket nozzle where you could
Yeah.
like launch yourself.
Yeah.
If you put on like high jump and low gravity and did that, you could launch yourself and then you would like fall back to the ground and it would take like 5 minutes because you would go up so high.
Yeah.
And I would just like fucking do that all the time.
That's really funny, actually.
Yeah.
Uh,
Easily entertained.
yeah. Well, I mean, kids at the time, right?
Yeah.
I understood that. All right. Next here. What game would you say you were most competitive in?
Probably Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing I've ever like competed in a tournament for besides Clash.
Right.
So I would say yeah, Mortal Kombat X.
That's really funny.
Because we did like all our local ones and then the one at like the convention that we went to, and that's basically all I've done like esports wise.
So on continuing on the topic of esports, we're just gonna rush into next question here.
Okay.
What esports figure would you like to meet in person?
Ooh.
Because a pretty decent model of them at this point.
Yeah, that's a good question because there's like League of Legends players that I've been fans of for a long time, so it'd be cool to talk to them. But I feel like there's a lot of fighting game players that are like you just like know that they're cool dudes, so it'd just be fun to like we didn't have to talk about fighting games, just talk about anything because they're probably just like cool dudes, fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
I think I would say though I've been a big fan of Bjergsen for a long time, like since the start of his career when he was on like Copenhagen Wolves and EU and stuff, because he was a really young player and he was really good. So I think I would say him because like I've been a fan of him for a long time, and then that's like the reason why I'm a TSM fan is because he was on TSM for the longest time and now he's the coach. So I think talking to him and just like asking him questions about the game and like all that because like he's a super smart dude and he's a super nice guy from what I've seen. So I think that would be fun to just like sit and talk to him.
He's the guy that made you play Syndra too.
Yeah, just because he's a god.
True. All right. Next up here, we've got what's your favorite boss from a video game?
Oh, that's a good question. Shit.
Yeah. Didn't want to ask the bad guy question. Instead, I asked you what your favorite boss is.
Yeah, because I want to think about like that they're cool looking and stuff, but like their boss fight too if it's fun. I really like the what's up?
Oh, I was just thinking to myself about like what your answer would be too.
I really enjoy the music for the final Ganondorf fight in Wind Waker. It's really good. Also the final boss rush for Twilight Princess is really good because you fight the other side villain in that game his name is Zant. He's like a Twilight, like he's like the False King basically. You fight him in like a multi-stage boss fight, and then you fight Ganondorf, and that's like a 4-phase boss rush because you fight Beast Ganon, and then you fight Ganon as he's possessing Zelda, and then you fight Ganon on horseback, and then you fight him mano a mano in Hyrule Field, like sword play. So it's just like super epic and really drawn out because he's like the big bad. So you fight him in 4 different forms, and each of the forms has several phases. So it's just like the final boss is like an hour long. It's like wild. So I would probably say that one just because it's the one boss is like 4 fights basically.
Yeah.
And it takes place like you're at the top of Hyrule Castle, and then you're like on horseback, like riding around Hyrule Field, and then like stationary in one part of it. So, like the boss fight takes forever, and like you fight like throughout the entire kingdom basically. So it's super cool, and all the music is really good too. So I
Uh,
think I'd say final boss of Twilight Princess would be one of my favorites for sure.
all right.
So all my answers are gonna be Zelda, man. Shit,
Yeah.
I'm so one
Well,
dimensional.
well, my thought for like something non-Zelda would have been like Ludwig from Bloodborne.
True, I do like the Bloodborne bosses a lot. Ludwig's a good one, just because he's super fucking gross.
I,
He's such an interesting looking enemy,
yeah,
and the music is really good.
his theme is like one of the best in the game,
It's yes,
and
the best.
was it also just like the background behind him too, because it kind of leads
Hmm.
up. You know, you kind of lead him up to be like a hero, and then you see him in this state, and it's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. The lore behind it is crazy. I also like the wet nurse, Smirgo's wet nurse
oh
from
yeah,
Bloodborne also is just a super cool looking enemy.
yeah, yeah.
So that's a good one too. And also fucking oh what's the first hunter, the dude in the wheelchair, what's
Guess.
his name?
Oh, was it
It's something with a something with a G. It's not Father Gascoigne because that's the first boss.
yeah,
His fight's really good because the music's awesome. What's the other
Gorm?
guy's name?
Gorm?
No, it's oh shit. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
Gearman.
Gearman. That's it.
Gearman is Gehrman. Gearman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool because he has a big ass scythe and like jumps around and stuff. He looks cool too. God, all the Bloodborne bosses are really good, man. Shit, except for like living failures.
Yes. Yes. For sure.
A lot of good Dark Souls bosses too.
Yeah,
But
there are a lot of good
there's
Dark
like
Souls
literally
bosses.
hundreds of them. So
Yeah. Yeah. The Soul
Dark
series
Souls
has
2 has
really good
42
boss.
bosses. So
Yeah. The Soul series has really good boss fights in general, so it's hard to pick from that thing anyway.
do you count Monster Hunter monsters as bosses?
Kinda.
That's basically just like boss fights of the game.
Yeah, basically. I would agree with that. All
Those
right.
are good too.
Those are also really good. I was honestly gonna ask. That was gonna be one of my questions. I thought about was what was your favorite Monster Hunter monster, but I didn't write that down. So
I
we're
mean,
moving on.
okay.
Oh, did you want to actually answer that?
My favorite Monster Hunter monster is Ebony Odogaron
Ebony Odig, Doggo.
because it was Odogaron, however the hell you say it, and then they came out with Iceborne, and the black one is just super cool. So
All right. Who
Ooh.
is your video game waifu? And here's where Alex leans back in his chair and waits for Ian to answer.
Trying to think of a character that isn't the one I've talked about 35 times.
You're just telling very much about yourself when you if you answer.
I'm just
the same
like
thing.
super one-dimensional apparently. I mean, yeah, Zelda's an obvious answer. It's weird though, because it's not like Zelda, it's like specifically Skyward Sword Zelda. Because like Twilight Princess Zelda, she's like actually not even in the game that much.
Yep.
Wind Waker Zelda, she's like 5 years old. Fucking, you know.
She's
So.
4, so it's weird.
They're not actually. They're probably like
Yeah, yeah. They just
16 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Ocarina of Time, Zelda's barely in it.
Yep.
She's actually on screen as Sheik more than Zelda in that game.
Yep.
So it's like specifically the one Zelda. But I feel that feels like a weird answer. So I really like I can't even remember her name. Shows you how awesome of a person I am. I'm looking it up.
You're looking it up.
The blonde chick from the Uncharted series, Elena Fisher.
Oh, Elena Fisher. Yeah.
She's just like a good character, and what I like more about like this question like is my answer is enhanced by like how they're portrayed in the game, not just basically what they look like.
Yeah, yeah,
I like in Uncharted 4 where they like actually get together and start a family and shit. That makes her better in my eyes.
yeah.
So,
So,
uh, so,
you
so
know,
like her as well.
older ladies,
She's not old. Not old.
Alex, feature Alex. Just make sure that you're doing the eyebrow raising thing, in the middle of that while looking at Ian. All right.
Not old.
She's not old. It's just she's.
Oh, okay, maybe she's older than me.
Next question. What's your favorite Pokemon? I think I know the answer to this, but I think that this is a very interesting question.
I kind of have like two different ones that I usually answer when I get asked this question. The first is Mudkip, and like by extension Swampert, I guess. Just because I think when he's Mudkip, he's really cute. And then when he's Swampert was like one of my whatever game that is, that like Emerald or
it's Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Yeah, so I played Emerald on an emulator on my phone in high school. And I went Mudkip every time because I think Swampert was super cool. So I just like
Okay.
I just like Swampert. And then the other one is Lucario, because I think it looks cool, but also if you know like about the game, in order to get a Lucario, you have to take the first evolution, the Rolu or whatever it's called.
Riolu.
And the only way to get it to evolve is to max out its friendship.
Yep.
And then it evolves. It doesn't matter what level it is or how much time XP it gets or time you spend in battle with it. It's only like the friendship. And I think that that's cool because if like we're like actually in the Pokemon universe and you had a Lucario, he would just like be your best buddy and you would just like hang out with him and like
Yeah.
it would just be cool to have a Pokemon as your best friend.
Yeah.
And it's the only way you could have a Lucario. So people would like see you with it and be like, "Oh shit, like they're like super tight." So that'd be cool. To have Lucario as your best buddy.
They're like super tight. That's actually
Like, yeah,
funny.
like he has like a lot of dedication and spent a lot of time with his Lucario because that's the only reason you can have one.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think that that's cool.
All right. What is your favorite anime?
Fuck.
I knew this would be a hard question for you.
It's probably Evangelion, Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's
are you just catering to everyone?
No,
I'm just kidding.
no. If people who don't know what it is, it's an existential crisis disguised as a mech anime. You should watch it, but like
that's a good way of describing it.
But like, get therapy after you watch it. I like a big Angel Beats guy, big Clan Ad after story guy.
Ian likes his sad stories.
I like my sad stories, man. Give me my slice of life anyway. Not Konosuba, fucking Kaguya-sama, Love is War. Once that shit's finished, it'll probably become my favorite.
You're just gonna like not know what to do with your life after you finish it.
When it's done, I just rewatch it perpetually until I die. Like there's an OVA coming out too. Like I'm super hyped. Why are we recording?
I told you this last time. You told me you're gonna go watch it, but
I think I remember you saying something about that too. Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
But yeah, that was really good. I just like it's super funny and all the characters are super awesome and like the structure and how it's told is very like skit based.
Yeah,
it's like very short stories all back to back to back, and I just think it's like super funny. So that one's up there for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a rom-com that.
Yeah, for sure.
That deserved the Anime of the Year award that it got from Crunchyroll.
It's so good. It's so funny. All the characters are good too.
Oh yeah.
Like in season 2, they added 2 characters and they're both awesome. And like they're as like part of the main cast.
Yeah.
They're really funny.
All right. Which anime protagonist would you want to be?
Oh boy. Add this in with like if I like pick a favorite anime, this is up there too. I just recently for the first time this year watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh yeah.
It's a really, really good show, and I think that whole world of like, it's like not magic, it's alchemy, which is like technically like a science,
Yeah, yeah.
but they use it like mages you would use magic, and I think that's just like a super cool world. So having the alchemy powers like the Elric brothers have, I think
Mm-hmm.
that would be super cool.
All right. Yeah, that's a good answer.
Without the, like sacrificing my soul and losing family members to demonic plagues and shit.
You're telling me that you don't want to lose your limb to try and bring someone back to life?
Yeah, bringing back a dead family member and then you bring them back and it's like only their body and it's like a amalgamation of flesh and
Yeah.
zombie grossness. Yeah.
And then
None of that part,
Ah.
but like the making swords out of walls and shit is cool.
All right. What is your favorite rhythm game?
Waka, baby.
Oh.
Waka gang, squad up.
Oh, a Waka enthusiast over here now, huh?
Waka gang, squad up. It's super fun, and I'm better at it than I am at GDR, so I'll say that it's my favorite. And by that I mean I'm the only one of our friend group that plays it, so I'm just like by definition the best.
I'm waiting for.
So,
I'm waiting
so I'm
for,
gonna hang on to that
yeah.
for as long as I can.
I'm waiting for Michelle to comment on this, saying something about it, and then I'm also waiting for Rob to judge you. But
Yeah, he's gonna. But
and then
he's dumb.
the follow-up question to that is, what is your favorite song to play in that game?
In Waka,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of good ones. It's a hardcore Tano game, so there's a lot of the EDM artists that I've like come to know and enjoy are just in it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like Course K songs in there that I really like, some Usopp songs that are really fun. There's I don't remember that. I don't know the name of it because it's like the title is in Japanese, so I don't fucking know what the name of it is. But it's a P Starlight song that's really fun because it has a lot of like that game's version of crossovers,
Oh.
and it's just fun to do. So that one, but I don't know the name of it. So
Neither of us can read Japanese either, so
yeah,
that doesn't help.
and I'm too lazy to like look it up and translate it.
Fair. All right. What is the best con experience you've had so far?
I think when we went to Anime Milwaukee, that was pretty fun. I've only been to 2, so it's either that or my first Kitsune Con that are like qualified to be my answers. So Anime Milwaukee is really fun because it was like my first like big convention, I guess, because like my first one it wasn't that big.
Yeah, it was more of that one was more.
It was
Kitsune
more
Con's
of a local one,
yeah.
yeah.
Smaller one.
So Anime Milwaukee is pretty fun, just because like I bought a bunch of stuff and we played a bunch of games, and then we were right by the arcade that we usually go to, so we just like got to do all the normal fun stuff that we got to do, and then also like spent the entire weekend there. So that was really fun.
And we
And
also
anything to have an excuse to get into some bullshit was always fun.
yeah,
We could have gone and just sat in the hotel all weekend, and it still would have been fun.
I
so.
mean, we did do that one night. Essentially,
Yeah, we did.
We sat and you guys sat and watched BMX.
We were up at fucking until like fucking 5 a.m. We were watching like BMX like trick showcases and stuff, and we watched like NASCAR for 2 hours randomly.
Yeah, you guys were
And
just
we were all
watching
just, like,
recasts of those.
We were
things.
so tired that everything was funny, and it was just funny. It was wild. And the best part was that we were in a really nice hotel. So when we left for the weekend, we're carrying all our like body pillows, and I'm wearing my fucking Anime S t-shirt, and we have all this shit, and we're walking through like this awesome like this super gorgeous lobby, and there's people walking around in tuxedos and stuff because there's like an opera house in the hotel, so people are going to like go to the theater, and we're just walking through like, hey, sup dudes, we're on the top floor. Baka desu, and then we took the elevator. That was funny just to see the looks on all the boomers' faces. So that added to the experience for sure.
Oh yeah, I'll never forget that. That's for sure. All right. Next question. What is your favorite game of all time? Now I'm just pulling out questions that you had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a hard one.
This is a hard one. It's the reason why I picked it.
Oh, man, I just dropped a bunch of stuff. Um,
I need water.
this is because for I have like this weird opinion that like there are certain types of games that are like qualified to be someone's favorite game of all time, which is just like not true. Because like for me, when I pick like my favorite game of all time, it's got to be like an experience, like a single player, story driven experience of a game.
Mm-hmm.
And like your favorite game of all time could just like be like Magic the Gathering, if you like, because like it's a game too. So I'm weird, and like I could probably say Magic the Gathering because I just like playing it so much and think about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many different ways to play it,
Yeah.
and it's been around forever. But that to me that feels weird because it's not a single player game.
Ah, I see. Now he's having
So like,
conflictions.
yeah. So like, The Last of Us is up there. What else is up there? The first Red Dead Redemption was really good, actually.
I think I have my answer for you.
Like
But
Borderlands 2 is a great game. Like obviously all the Zelda games. It's like probably Breath of the Wild, I think.
I personally would have thought you would have said something like Half-Life.
Half-Life 2 is so good too, man. It's really hard. It's actually really hard. It might be it might be Half-Life.
Hmm?
It also might just be like StarCraft Brood War because I played the shit ton of that with my dad.
Yeah.
So that's like a favorite game for a different reason, even. I think if you held a gun to my head and said fucking pick one, I'd say Breath of the Wild would be my favorite.
Okay.
I like we just talked about E3 like a couple of episodes ago,
Yep.
and seeing the trailer for the new Zelda game, like my Switch is here on my computer because I'm like playing my Master Mode save again.
You getting ready?
Yeah, just because it got me juiced up, so I was in the mood to play some Zelda.
Mm.
So I had a Master Mode playthrough that's done with all the Divine Beasts, and I'm realizing like, shit, this game's like hard. I don't know how I did this desert Divine Beast with like 3 HP because
Oh.
basically everything in Master Mode basically just one shots you.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't invest in any defensive stats at all.
Ah, I see.
Like I have no defensive food buffs. I have no defensive armor. I have no extra heart containers because it doesn't matter if I have 3 or 6 hearts. I die in one hit anyways. And now I just run around in my Master Mode save trying to just like do shrines and collect stuff, and I'm just like dying every 15 minutes. Like, geez, how did I actually do this much? It's fucking hard.
You sound like
But yeah, that game's really fun.
sound like was it people who play Kingdom Hearts at level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just do the Soul level 1 playthroughs of Dark Souls and stuff.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna die in one hit anyway.
Might as well just do max damage.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
What's a game that you disliked a lot?
Game that I disliked a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually have a good answer for this. I don't remember the name of it though. I have to try to remember. It's Do you remember? It's a PlayStation. There's a series of them where it's like a free roam kind of game where you play as this guy that has these weird like parasite abilities, like he can like change his arms.
Prototype?
Prototype. Yes. I played all of them,
Oh.
but didn't like any of them. If that makes sense. Because my dad got it for me because like, oh, it's like it's really cool. It's like GTA, but like
you're a monster.
I'm not gonna. But you're a monster and like you can't like have sex with hookers and shit. Because my dad didn't want to buy me a game for me that I could do that in for reasons.
What? No, I'm just kidding.
But like the games just like weren't good. But I felt bad not playing them because my dad was like buying them for me.
I see.
Because like they were like So it was like they all took place in like big cities, so you can like run and like jump up and down buildings and like throw
Yeah.
cars at people and shit.
Yeah.
But like they were super buggy and like the camera controls were really bad. So I just remember like constantly just like getting stuck in stuff
Oh.
and like I would like try to like run. I'm like running through the street and I like turn a corner and there's like a car there and it like hits me and I just like ragdoll. But then you're like your character like doesn't stand up because he like stuff keeps happening. You just like you can't play the game because like your character just keeps falling over.
Ugh.
And that my experience might be not the same as everyone who's played that game, but I just remember like I'm like trying to run around and blow stuff up and I just like can't.
Hey man, I
I'd rather have
understand.
an RPG instead of have like a claw hand for like that type of experience.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I was pretty young when I played those games too, so I don't know.
It's all right. Your perception was probably right.
Yeah, it's been a while,
Yeah.
and I only played them once and all that. So that's the first thing that jumps to my mind, though.
Well, it's I think it's a pretty good answer.
I don't
I'm
remember how many of those games were. I think there was like three of them.
there's three.
Two or
Yeah.
three of them. Yeah.
Pretty sure there was three of them. All right. Next question is, what is your favorite controller that you've used over the years?
N64 for sure. No, I'm just kidding.
Playing
Fuck
Mario
that.
Party on N64 and
No, thanks.
having to thumb the control stick.
No. I I think the correct answer is GameCube controller, and if you don't say that, you're wrong. But, I like weirdly liked the SNES controller
Mm-hmm.
because it was like just enough where it wasn't like like regular Nintendo Entertainment System where it was just like two buttons and that's it.
Yeah.
But I liked that kind of controller where it was like it was basically just a paddle
Yeah.
with buttons on it, so it was really easy to like if you ever needed to mash
Oh yeah.
mash
yeah,
buttons,
yeah.
you could just like take it in your lap and just like go really fast. Like whenever there was something where like I don't know, like the faster I hit the button, the faster I shoot. I would just like do that all the time, like giga mash the button, and that was
Yeah.
just fun to do. So I remember doing that a lot, and I like that controller.
Okay. Okay.
It was a real good noise when you like whip the cord around and smack somebody with it too.
Oh my god.
Whoa! I've never done that. Don't worry. Monkey W.
I had it done to me. That's why.
I was the big sibling, so I was just like, "Don't touch my controller."
All right. Okay. Okay. What?
I just remember playing the SNES Spider-Man game, Maximum Carnage. It was like a side-scroller beat 'em up game, and you could just like mash the buttons, just like if you're on like the edge of the screen, if you like hit an enemy and they would get knocked back, they would get knocked like up into the air because they couldn't go farther backwards
Yeah.
because they would be off the screen. So if you just mash the punch button, you could just like juggle them in the corner. So that was pretty fun to do.
Okay. Okay. And next up is, what's your favorite character for their lore?
For their lore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh snap. That's a good question. The first one that jumps to my head, because I've kind of been delving deeper into the lore of this recently, is Liliana Vest from Magic the Gathering.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Her lore is super interesting because we don't know a whole lot about her. So, like, whenever we do learn a little something, it's like gives you a little bit of insight. She's a black aligned planeswalker, and she's normally been the villain. But as of recently, you found out that she made a pact with some demons. Is the reason why she was like helping Nicol Bolas, who's like the big bad guy, and helping a bunch of demons and stuff, is because like she sold her soul basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like super old, so we like don't know what her home plane is or how long she's been around or anything. She's been on a lot of Magic cards, like she's been around and in the story a lot. And in one of the most recent sets, Strixhaven, she's a Planeswalker card, but it doesn't say Liliana on the card. The name of the card is Professor Onyx, But
Yeah.
then in the type it says Planeswalker Liliana, so she's there kind of like under disguise
Yeah.
because she in the sets before that she helped the Gatewatch fight Nicol Bolas. The Gatewatch is basically just Magic the Gathering Avengers.
True.
She helped them. This other planeswalker named Gideon sacrificed himself for her, so she helped the good guys to beat the bad guy, but then like someone got killed because of it, so like she feels kind of bad. And in the story of Strixhaven, there's like the main story that's going on, but like in the side, like in the background, she's kind of still struggling with like dealing with her past and like because her past with the demons and then her past with the she got Gideon killed basically, and then throughout the story of Strixhaven she kind of like accepts it, and then she at the end of the story she's Professor Vest, like Professor Liliana, so she kind of puts
Mm.
away the disguise and kind of comes to terms with her past and kind of accepts it.
Yeah.
And that's cool. It's like she went from this bad guy who's like summoning demons and zombies and stuff, and now she's actually like kind of like a redeemed hero kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that lore is really cool. One of my favorites, and that's I've just been into the Magic lore recently, so that's one I just comes to the top of my head.
Okay. Okay. Liliana's a
And
cool character.
there's a bunch of lore at Magic that I could keep going on with. Like I just read like the Brothers War synopsis with Urza and Mishra and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because those characters are like they've been in the Magic lore for forever, and only like the past couple of years did Urza get a card.
Mm.
But he's like been in the lore for forever. And same with Esmeralda Geist de Coldakar or whatever the hell. She's been in the game since Alpha, but she just now got a card on Modern Horizons 2. So
Yeah.
I've been reading up on that a little bit.
Yeah, that's funny actually. All right.
And then throw your Zelda lore in there too, because I follow that shit.
I see.
But I don't want to keep repeating
Dude.
myself.
Again, we should just do a Zelda episode. You'll
Yeah,
nerd out about
I'll hold it
Zelda.
out. I'll hold it. I'll put on the tinfoil hat.
If you could live in a video game world, which one would it be?
Video game world.
Yep.
Which would it be? A good question.
It is a good question.
This is where I sit here and stall for time.
I mean,
I think I would say I'm a pretty big fan of like futuristic like cyberpunk kind of things, just because not like exactly Cyberpunk 2027 the game,
yeah,
but like the interesting dynamic in like a Blade Runner where it's like futuristic and there's like evil corporations and shit,
mm-hmm.
and then you get to like fight against them. I think is just like a cool genre.
Yeah.
So I think there's this one game. It's called Ruiner. That's what it's called.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
It's hard. It's basically that. It's like cyberpunky, where you're like an android robot cop guy, I think. So like yeah, so like you like fight against dudes and like have shotguns and like just like guns and stuff, and you've got like a cool motorcycle, and then when you're not battling, you're in this like this cool like neon downtown area, and it's like always raining, and I think that's just like a cool aesthetic. So I think it'd be cool to just like walk around in that world.
Okay.
There's a show on Netflix. It's called Altered Carbon, and it's a similar like cyberpunk kind of thing, and the main character is walking through that like it's like downtown and everything has neon signs and it's raining, so you just like all the lights are like
kind of distorted.
Everything's really brightly lit, but it's raining, so everything's like shining off the water on the ground and stuff, and I think it's just like would be cool to walk around that kind of area.
All right. So. Now, follow up on that is what I think you answered this earlier, but you know what anime world would you want to be a part of?
A lot of anime worlds are like fucking scary. So like, like Attack on Titan's a cool anime, but like fuck that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think a cool world to live in would be the bending world of the Avatar series.
Ah.
But and I know I might catch some flack for this, but like the Avatar, the Last Airbender world is like there's like no technology.
Yeah.
But in the Legend of Korra world, it kind of like advances a little more. So there's at least like cars and like radio and TV and shit.
Yeah.
So I would that's like a good enough mix of like old timey and bending, and there's some technology
Hmm.
for me personally, because like living in the Last Airbender world would be like boring, except for the bending part. Like if you weren't like if you live in the Avatar: The Last Airbender world, you're like a farmer and like that's it.
Well, what kind of bender would you be?
That's like a personality quiz. I think I would have to take. I'm probably a firebender because I'm irrationally passionate about dumb shit. Like, 'cause I'm definitely not a fucking nomad. I'm definitely not uh
A monk.
yeah, not a monk. So I'm not an airbender for sure. I don't think I have the mental fortitude to classify as a earthbender. So it would be either fire or water, I think, but probably fire because I'm angsty and get angry
All right,
a
you
lot.
heard it here first, guys. Ian is a firebender, confirmed. Ian is Zuko, confirmed.
Hey guys, Zuko here. That's rough, buddy. I say that's rough, buddy, a lot. So like maybe that's what
Maybe
it is.
that's where it actually is. Yeah. All right. Final question. We've come all this way.
We've come all this way.
Come all this way.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm 78 herb lore.
Woo! I can't believe you're freaking doing RuneScape stuff while we do this. Anyways.
I've been playing RuneScape for 8 hours today.
Oh my god. Was it now? Congrats.
Anyways.
GZ. Was it
Thank you.
how have the questions been holding up so far? You know, we're here on the final one, and
I don't know. I feel like I am talking a lot and very fast.
yeah, you have been.
All right.
I think that's
Then
probably
then
how
about
these are going.
as I was expecting.
All right. Well, are you ready for this next question? Do you have a guess on what this question could be?
No.
All right. Well, this next question number 25. I'm hyping this up way too much because there was downtime in the earlier part of this episode, and I need some extra time here. Who is your anime waifu?
Anime waifu? There's so many. There's basically one for each of the animes that I've mentioned thus far. Right, because like there's always like the one that you like in every show that you watch.
Oh yeah, of course. You need
Right.
something to latch on to, of course.
Right? So
But like, who's the one that stands out the most? You know,
yeah.
it's a very controversial topic that I have to bring up.
Yeah. What we should do is have a fucking. You ever seen those like waifu wars? Like they have like fucking tournament brackets. And
Oh
shit?
yeah, where we just
should
like
do one. We're just like you pick all of your personal favorites enough to fill a bracket, and then just do it like with like all of your personal ones
Yeah.
to see who comes out.
yeah, for sure. I think that'd be
That'd be
hilarious.
That'd be funny. I don't know if
Waifu
I can
wars?
think of that many though.
Oh, I
You'd
can
have to
think of that
like
many.
what 16 or 32
I
characters.
mean, you don't have to, but
You could do a top 8, I suppose.
yeah, both people to pick like 4. Yeah, easy.
I mean, just like you could do like a top 8 for yourself.
Oh
And pick
yeah,
or
Yeah.
we could do like collaboration too, because then we could think of 32 characters easily.
I mean I can think of so many characters.
Hmm.
Then again, I've also watched more anime than you, so
You have watched more than I have.
and
yeah,
read more manga than you, so.
That is true. I'm just trying to think of the last anime that I watched. It's been a while.
Last anime you watched wasn't
Uh,
that Full Metal?
No, because I watched this stupid fucking show that Michelle wanted me to watch.
Oh,
So I watched that too.
Asobe
As-
Asobase.
Asobi Asobase,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And like none of those would be in my list because they're like literally middle schoolers. So like
yeah, yeah.
weird.
Eh,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, it's not weird for anime watchers, but it's weird for me.
Yeah. True. Any
Uh
truers?
no, not true.
Oh well, I mean, I'm waiting for you to
For
answer.
me.
So
I'm stalling for time is what's happening.
I'll. Yeah. The thing is
Um
that we can't move on to a different question either because this is the last question.
yeah, because this is the big
This is the big one to top it off, and that's why I
There's
left
like
it
a
all the way
there's
at
a,
the end.
there's like a few rolling around in my head. So God, and there's like so from Love is War, there's actually like two that I go back and forth with. The main character, um, fucking Kazuya, not
Kaguya.
Kaguya. Thinking of too many characters now. They're all names are jumbling in my head.
Yeah.
Her and then her like maid or friend or whatever.
Her private assistant.
Hayasaka. They're both really good.
They're the complete opposites of each other too.
They're the complete opposites too. So I don't even know if I have like a pattern of like female anime characters that I like because like the other one is like Asuka from fucking Evangelion, and she's like not like either of those two either. So
stick the Asuka standing on things meme here.
yeah, exactly. She's just like a mountain goat. So yeah, those are like probably the top three, but in no particular order.
I see.
My like original anime waifu was fucking Kyo Fubayashi from Clanad,
Oh,
I think is what her name. She's like
yeah.
my original wife because that was like one of the first animes that I ever watched.
Yeah.
And she's like big tsundere energy. So
She's big soon and also senpai energy.
yeah, senpai energy for sure.
Yeah, so again, older ladies, eyebrow
Fuck,
raise.
man, you're right. Older ladies,
Ian's
except
into the
everyone's fucking
senpais.
except everyone's a high schooler in that show. So
Ian's into senpais, guys. All right.
okay, you're
Confirmed. That's not confirmed. All right.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
My answer is those ones.
Okay, all right. That's really
I'm trying to
funny.
think. What other anime have I even fucking seen?
You did just say Angel Beats.
It's actually been so long since I've seen that show that I don't actually remember a lot of the characters.
That's really
There's
funny.
a lot. There's a lot of them in that show. My favorite character is TK though, but he's not a waifu.
I mean, he can be a husbando. He can be anime or a waifu or a husbando. I ain't gonna judge shit.
He's not a waifu. Fucking the girl from Chivalry is good too.
Chivalry.
Yeah, the chick with the video camera.
Oh, the one with the video camera.
Yeah, the chick with the video camera.
Yeah, I don't remember her name.
I don't remember her name. They all run together.
Well, she just kind of blended in with the background for me.
Ha 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 ha. That's a joke because she's the one that goes invisible.
What?
Yeah. Or am I thinking of something else? Am I getting two things confused? It might be.
I think.
Oh, you know what? No, not Chivalry. Charlotte.
Charlotte. Yes. Okay.
Charlotte.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay.
There
yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
That
now.
was the
I was
confusion.
like, yeah.
That was the
I'm
confusion.
like Chivalry of Failed Knight.
Yeah, no,
Didn't
that's
have a
what.
character
Yeah,
with a video camera.
because that's the worst one.
Yes.
With the chick with the red hair.
Yes, that's the one
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
Was it,
I don't know the name of those characters either, but
God, I can't remember the names. It's hard.
but yeah, you know what I'm talking about now. Yeah.
I do. Yes.
All right. She's a good one too. Oh, and fucking
Dude, you know what episode? We're gonna bring Michelle on to one of the episodes. We're just gonna talk about husbandos and waifus.
we're not allowed to bring Michelle on.
Wow.
What's the name of the chick from Full Metal?
Winfrey.
Winfrey, she's really good too. I like her a lot.
I can only remember that because one of my or my cousin's names are based off of FMA. So
Really?
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Winfrey's a good one.
All right. Well, that's all I had for questions. I'm basically
But
done.
I felt like that went really fast. Are we still normal length?
Yeah, yeah. No, I think we went faster than when I was answering things because I'm just an idiot. So
Yeah, you just like we had fucking
I had to stall for time.
literally 3 minutes of silence in the middle of the episode.
Wow.
Jeez.
Well, at least I can pick a waifu. Anyways,
What?
thanks you guys for watching. You know, welcome back. You know, it's episode 11. I can't believe we've been doing 11 of these, but that's gonna be it for us. Who knows what we're gonna do for the next episode? We haven't actually planned this out, but
Give us some ideas because we're running out.
I mean, I got some ideas, but if you guys have any ideas on what you guys want to like hear us talk about, then
Give
feel
us
free.
ideas because Alex ideas are dumb.
Wow. It's because Ian doesn't want to talk about things that I want to talk about. Anyways, this has been the Friend Game Podcast. Again, I was your host today, Alex, signing out with the OG homie, our question person or person to answer the questions. And we will see you guys later. Peace.